You are there on a vanity project of Jeff Bezos and his fiancée.
Katy Perry discovered that even a multi-million-dollar cosmic adventure couldn't resurrect a fading career. Blasting into the stratosphere should have been an extraordinary achievement, but in 25, it transformed into Perry's most humiliating misstep yet. She climbed aboard Jeff Bezos' extravagant spacecraft, attempted to reinvent herself as an intergalactic icon, and instead faced merciless ridicule, not only from podcast titan Joe Rogan, but also became a viral punchline across social platforms, then witnessed her concert ticket purchases plummet like her latest musical offering. Devastating.
How are you?
I'm much better now that the ladies are back from space.
Thank you for having me. What were they up there, 10 minutes?
Yet this wasn't an isolated blunder. This was the culmination of a musical journey that's been disintegrating more rapidly than that Blue Origin vessel's booster. And Joe Rogan, he didn't merely observe it, he ignited the powder keg. Turn back the clock. There existed an era when Katy Perry dominated the musical landscape. Roar, Dark Horse, Last Friday Night. She dressed in whimsical outfits and audiences adored every moment. She wasn't merely a vocalist, she was the phenomenon. During the 2010s, Perry became an unstoppable commercial force.
Let's see, how high did they go up there? 62 miles.
Kilometers.
Okay, 62 miles. Dude, I drive that in an hour.
Collecting diamond certifications and shattering streaming records. Her imaginative performances and infectious melodies conquered radio stations nationwide. She transformed ordinary pop songs into cultural touchstones that defined a generation. Her extraordinary appeal extended from elementary school playgrounds to exclusive nightclubs. Achieving that level of universal adoration is nearly impossible, yet Perry accomplished it with brilliant visuals and relentless ambition. Currently, she's barely an afterthought. Her newest collection, 143, arrived with the impact of a feather landing on pillows.
You dumb motherfucker.
Zero anthems, zero excitement, zero prospects. Music journalists offered lukewarm acknowledgement. Devoted followers vanished like morning mist. And mainstream listeners remained utterly indifferent. The introductory track languished in obscurity on streaming platforms, then disappeared quicker than temporary messaging apps. The album's attempt to capture feminist empowerment fell completely flat, featuring verses that resembled computer-generated lyrics rather than the authentic expressions that established her reputation.
Look at her. Shout out Daisy.
It was intended as her triumphant return. Instead, it confirmed her creative inspiration had evaporated. Yet that didn't discourage Katy. Absolutely not. She inaugurated her Lifetime's performance series to showcase the album, and it's proven anything but monumental. Massive performance venues resemble abandoned warehouses. Ticketing websites display overwhelming quantities of unsold admissions. Entrance fees dropped below casual dining prices, and nevertheless, potential attendees responded with, "I'll pass."
They're profoundly different now.
To show people what's inspiring.
Footage circulated online showing her performing to sparse gatherings with entire sections concealed behind drapery to disguise the embarrassing attendance. In Latin America, multiple appearances were eliminated, officially attributed to venue complications. But truthfully, even structural engineers couldn't justify supporting this tour. So what's your strategy when your songs flop and your tour collapses? Evidently rocket into orbit. In April 2025, Katy Perry participated in Blue Origin's women-only suborbital expedition, a publicity maneuver so transparently calculated.
Wow.
Look at her nails. So pretty.
It made scripted television appear spontaneous. The journey lasted merely 600 seconds, briefer than fast food service during peak hours. Perry carried a floral tribute honoring her child, embraced the planet upon landing, described the expedition as inferior only to parenthood, and declared the journey transformative. Realistically, it was glorified atmospheric tourism. She didn't navigate the craft, she conducted zero scientific research. She merely shrieked at recording devices, captured self-portraits, and leveraged the journey to promote her forthcoming appearances like a cosmic marketing campaign.
I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now.
Regrettably for her, digital audiences weren't receptive. Even Joe Rogan, the broadcasting behemoth with extensive reach and unfiltered commentary, targeted her mercilessly. During his program, he and comedian Tim Dillon thoroughly demolished Katy Perry's pretensions. Not gentle teasing, we're discussing scorched earth commentary. Rogan ridiculed her for behaving as though a brief vertical elevator journey beyond the atmosphere transformed her into some enlightened mystic. From watching Katy Perry discuss it, she's essentially positioning herself as a spiritual teacher. He remarked ironically, "They're fundamentally transformed now." He mocked her philosophical musings, her theatrical homecoming, even her manicure. But the fatal blow highlighted how the entire spectacle resembled an extravagant photo shoot. Once that perception spread, internet culture erupted. Parodies, excerpts, blistering critiques. Katy might have experienced weightlessness momentarily, but her professional trajectory certainly wasn't suspended. It was plummeting uncontrollably. Rogan didn't simply criticize her, he condensed her entire professional collapse into a singular viral segment, and countless viewers couldn't look away. Online forums exploded with activity. Short-form video creators transformed her space footage into comedic sketches. Social media users criticized her so intensely, it left permanent impressions. Even restaurant chains joined the mockery with devastating messages. When burger establishments are ridiculing your astronomical adventure, it's beyond reputation damage. It's reputation extinction. Hold on, the situation deteriorates further, because let's acknowledge that Katy's been accumulating public embarrassments like valuable collectibles. On singing competition television, she's developed a reputation for harshness. One contestant accused her of parental insensitivity. Audience members vocally disapproved of her sparkle-related comments. Viewers created online petitions demanding her replacement. Her transformation from eccentric personality to unwelcome presence has been startling. Then consider her courtroom adventures. Several years ago, she lost a copyright infringement case regarding musical similarities. The decision was subsequently reversed, but digital memory doesn't acknowledge appeals. It preserves initial headlines. She also attempted to purchase religious property, entered legal disputes with elderly religious women, and one literally collapsed during proceedings after pleading, "Katy Perry, cease immediately." Not figurative, actual religious women, actual courtroom, actual tragedy. That's beyond negative publicity. That's straight from a supernatural thriller screenplay. Here's the crucial insight. Joe Rogan didn't orchestrate Katy Perry's downfall. He merely illuminated it through a platform reaching multitudes. He verbalized what enthusiasts, critics, and casual observers have contemplated for years. Her inspirational essence has vanished. The attempt to transform a billionaire-subsidized photo opportunity into a heroic milestone appeared desperate. And when someone of Rogan's influence ridicules you, it resonates powerfully because his audience is enormous, devoted, and distinctly separate from Katy Perry's target demographic. But crucially, he transformed her into a punchline. And once you've become comedic material, rehabilitating your image becomes nearly impossible, particularly when the vehicle resembles Jeff Bezos' phallic spacecraft. Let's be brutally honest, Katy Perry isn't finished professionally. She's wealthy, she's recognized globally. She could vanish tomorrow and maintain a lifestyle superior to ordinary citizens. But recognition isn't exclusively about finances. It concerns momentum, cultural significance, and public demand. Currently, Katy resembles an antiquated relic. Her persona, once imaginative and motivational, now appears disconnected and excessively manufactured, resembling a walking exhibition of last decade's pop icons who failed to evolve. It wasn't a singular misstep that destroyed her prestige, it's the recurring pattern. Disappointment after disappointment, awkwardness after awkwardness, wrapped in a bedazzled astronaut uniform nobody requested. So indeed, Katy Perry ventured beyond Earth's atmosphere, but couldn't escape Joe Rogan's caustic commentary. She attempted rebranding, rebooting, and revitalizing her professional standing, but instead encountered mockery, ridicule, and irrelevance. But what's your perspective? Was Rogan excessively harsh or perfectly accurate? Does Katy deserve another chance, or is this her final revolution? Share your thoughts below. And until our next discussion, remember this wisdom. If you're launching yourself skyward seeking attention, ensure your professional standing isn't simultaneously crashing earthward.